Welcome to Speak English Clearly through podcasts.
Hello, friend. I'm James, and welcome back to Speak English Clearly through podcasts.
And I'm Emma. We're so glad you're here because what we're sharing today can genuinely change how you learn English and even how you feel about yourself.
You know, most English learners never succeed because they try to change everything at once. But real change starts with just one tiny habit. Today's episode is called How to Change Your Life, One English Habit at a Time. And trust me, this one habit could be the reason you finally become fluent. Let me ask you something. Have you ever started an English routine, felt excited, and then just stopped after a few days? It's frustrating, and it's common.
Many learners tell us, I try to do everything, grammar, speaking, listening, but I still feel stuck. Here's the truth. You don't need to change everything. You need to change one thing and stick with it.
That's the power of a habit. A small daily action, like practicing for just 5 minutes, builds confidence faster than any big plan you'll quit next week.
So today, we're showing you how to build the right English habit, one that's simple, flexible, and powerful enough to change your progress, and maybe even your life direction.
By the end of this episode, you'll have a clear, easy plan to finally stay consistent, even if you live alone, feel unmotivated, or don't have anyone to speak with. Let's get started.
Before we begin, we've created something practical to guide you through this.
It's a free bonus PDF called the One English Habit Starter Kit. It's made for this episode, and inside you'll get a simple 7-day habit tracker, key vocabulary and grammar from today's lesson, reflection prompts to personalize your learning, and a clean space to plan your daily English habit.
It's not just a download. It's your action plan. Use it while you listen or print it and track your progress during the week.
You can grab it right now from the link in the description below. It's totally free, and it makes everything we're about to teach 10x more useful.
Go ahead and download it, then come right back. You're going to love how simple and clear this feels.
So, we all want to change, especially when it comes to something as important as speaking English clearly. But let's be honest. Why does it feel so hard sometimes? Why do we get motivated, start strong, and then, boom, fall back into old habits?
We hear this all the time, and honestly, it usually comes down to 3 traps that quietly stop real progress. Let's break them down.
Trap number 1. We try to change too much too fast. You know the story. One day you say, from now on, I'll study English for 2 hours every single day. It feels exciting, powerful even. But a few days later, you're tired. You skip a day, then 2. And suddenly, that big goal turns into guilt. Why? Because it was too much at once. Your brain feels overwhelmed and tries to protect you by pulling away.
Exactly. And that leads to the second trap, focusing only on goals, not systems. A goal is great, like, I want to speak English fluently. But a goal without a system? That's just a wish. It sounds nice, but it doesn't change anything. Real progress comes from systems. Small, clear habits you actually follow. Like, I'll shadow 5 minutes of this podcast each morning, or I'll think one English thought during breakfast. It's those daily actions, not big dreams, that build fluency.
And now, trap number 3, not tracking what you're doing. If you're not noticing your small wins, you'll feel like you're getting nowhere, even when you are. Think about it. If you place 1 brick every day, but never look at the wall you're building, of course it'll feel pointless. Tracking helps you see your progress and stay motivated.
So here's the big takeaway. Real, lasting change in your English and in your life comes from this simple formula: small habits, plus a clear system, plus consistency. Make your English practice easy, automatic, and part of your daily rhythm, not a huge challenge you keep starting and quitting. So far, we've talked about what not to do, like overloading yourself, chasing goals without systems, or skipping progress checks. Now let's shift to something that actually works. A simple, powerful method that makes English practice automatic. It's called habit stacking.
Here's how it works. Instead of trying to find time for English, you simply attach a small English habit to something you're already doing, like brushing your teeth, making tea, or walking to work. The existing habit becomes your trigger. No big changes, no extra effort.
Let's say you brush your teeth every morning. Right after that, repeat one English sentence you learned yesterday, or maybe when you pour your morning tea. That becomes your signal to start 5 minutes of passive English listening. You're not creating time. You're layering English onto routines you already have.
We've seen this work for so many of our listeners. One woman told us that every time she stepped outside for her walk, she started an English podcast and whispered along. She didn't treat it like homework. It became just another part of her day. Easy. Natural.
And if you've ever listened to us while cooking, walking, or commuting, guess what? You've already used habit stacking. Now it's just about doing it on purpose.
So here's your action step for today. Pick 3 habits you already do every day. Then choose one tiny English habit to stack onto each of them. It could be repeating one phrase, shadowing one line, or listening for 5 minutes. Small is fine. What matters is consistency.
Remember, you don't need to change your life overnight. You just need to slide English into the life you already live, one stack at a time.
So far, we've talked about building tiny English habits and stacking them into your day. You're gaining momentum, and that's powerful. But there's one more layer that truly transforms your journey: how you see yourself as a learner.
This is what we call identity-based learning. Many of us have old beliefs running quietly in the background. Things like, I'm not a language person, or I'm just bad at English. And remember our mirror metaphor. Your brain reflects what you believe about yourself. If you keep saying, I'm not good at English, your brain actually starts looking for proof to confirm it.
But what if you flipped that script? Instead of saying, I'm learning English, you say, I'm the kind of person who practices English every day. That small shift can change everything. One of our learners used to skip days and feel guilty, but then she said, I changed my story. I'm the kind of person who practices English, even when it's messy. And that mindset freed her. She wasn't chasing perfection anymore. She was just showing up. That's the identity of a real learner.
To help you truly rewire your brain for success, here are 3 practical steps. Write down your new identity. Try, I'm a consistent English speaker, or I'm a brave English learner. Make it personal. Say it out loud every day. For example, English is part of my life now. If you're alone, whisper it. That's enough. Celebrate small wins. Use our bonus PDF to track your daily habit. Every tick mark, no matter how small, is proof. You're becoming the person you want to be.
You're not just memorizing words anymore. You're building a whole new mindset. One built on consistency, self-belief, and compassion. And that mindset will carry you further than any textbook ever could.
A lot of learners tell us, I want to build good habits, but I'm too busy. They wait for the perfect moment, after exams, after the holidays, or when life finally slows down.
But here's the truth. Life rarely slows down. If you wait for everything to be calm, you may never start. Think of it this way. If you only jog on sunny days, you'll miss half your runs. You've got to start when life is messy, because that's when real change happens.
So, how do you actually build habits in a busy life? You don't need big time blocks, just small, smart shifts. Maybe while your coffee brews, you record a quick voice note in English. On your commute, try passive listening. Put on a podcast. Let your ears get used to the rhythm of English. Even if you don't understand everything, your brain is tuning in.
Waiting in line? Open a flashcard app. Doing chores? Say 5 objects around you in English. 1 minute of consistent action tells your brain, hey, this is normal now. English is part of my life. That's how you build momentum. That's how you build trust with yourself.
So here's your challenge for today, and I mean today. Pick one tiny 2-minute habit you can start before the day ends. Don't plan it for next week. Don't overthink it. Choose one moment. Use it for English.
You don't need the perfect time to begin. You just need to begin. We've talked about starting small and breaking the I'm too busy excuse. Now let's shift to something just as powerful, but often overlooked, your environment. Most people think motivation comes from inside, but often it's not about what's inside you. It's about what surrounds you. If your environment constantly whispers English, you'll find yourself growing without forcing it.
One of our listeners once told us, I kept waiting for motivation. Then I realized my room was full of distractions, not English. That moment changed everything for her. She stopped chasing motivation and started planting triggers, small reminders of her English goals. We like to say, language grows where it's planted, but it blooms where it's surrounded by sunlight. And your environment?
So let's make that sunlight bright and useful. Here are some ways you can build an English-friendly space around you. Change your phone language to English. It's small but powerful. Every notification becomes a mini lesson. Place sticky notes around your home, your mirror, fridge, door, with English phrases or affirmations. Even a simple I speak English every day on your mirror makes a difference. Turn your room into an English zone. One learner covered her walls with sticky notes and kept subtitles on all the time. And in just weeks, her brain started switching to English without effort. Use apps like Youglish or ChatGPT when you're bored or waiting. Ask ChatGPT, give me 5 daily questions to answer aloud. Then record yourself. Youglish is great too. It lets you hear real English in action.
And here's the key. None of these are long study sessions. You're not forcing anything. You're designing an environment where English is always nearby, where English feels normal, not foreign.
It's just like healthy eating. If your kitchen is full of junk food, healthy choices are harder, but when you surround yourself with good options, choosing well becomes natural. Same with English. When your world is full of learning cues, practice becomes the path of least resistance. Today, you didn't just listen to another English lesson. You took a real step. A step toward becoming the kind of person who doesn't just want to change, but actually does it. That's powerful. And the best part? It started with something small. One habit.
Yes, one habit at a time. That's the magic. If there's just one idea to carry with you, let it be this. Don't chase motivation. Build systems. Systems built from small daily English habits, like attaching a quick practice to your coffee or reviewing vocab while brushing your teeth. That's how you create real momentum.
And remember, your environment either pulls you forward or holds you back. So, make it your ally. Fill your space with tiny English reminders. Change doesn't need to be dramatic. It needs to be consistent. Keep showing up, even when it's messy.
Maybe today, you just whisper one phrase. Just one, but it's your first brick. That's how fluency is built. One brick at a time. Quietly, confidently, and over time, unshakably.
To help you keep going, even on hard days, we've created a free bonus PDF just for you. Inside, you'll find a simple English habit tracker, comprehension questions, grammar and vocabulary practice, and bonus prompts for reflection. It's designed to help you turn this episode into action. Download it now. The link's in the description.
And now we want to hear from you. What's the one English habit you're starting today? Share it in the comments. Not later. Right now. Because saying it out loud is the first step to making it real.
And if this episode gave you something useful, please subscribe to Speak English Clearly through podcasts and share it with someone who's also working on their English. That one share might just change their journey too.
You are not alone. We are right here with you. One small step, one clear sentence at a time.
And always remember, your voice has power. Speak it clearly. And bye for now. Happy speaking and speak English clearly.